we know that Kyrie Irving and the Nets are at an impasse, right? Struggling to figure out how they're going to move forward together or if they're going to split. And Adrian Wojnarowski for ESPN has said that the Nets have to walk this. They're trying, to be strong with Kyrie and not just give him the 5-year max because it's not good for their culture. It would be rewarding bad behavior, and they just can't count on him because he's been unreliable for the past 3 years. But yet, as they do that, they don't want to alienate Kevin Durant, who's good friends with Kyrie, who came to Brooklyn in large part because of Kyrie. They came together as a package deal. And so you got to walk that fine line. But let's say, and we don't know, to this point, Kevin Durant has not come out and said anything. He has just played, and he ain't hard to find. Right? He's on Twitter commenting about all things basketball. So if he wanted to, he could say something. And he hasn't just yet. But let's say at some point he does. If he's like, look, if y'all don't sign Kyrie, I'm out. Where do you think he could go or should go? Now, remember, here's the thing. Even if Kevin Durant said, I want it out, he signed through the 25-26 season, the next 4 years. So he has very little leverage. I don't see KD pulling a James Harden where you quit on your team. Gosh, I hope he doesn't do that, and I don't think he will. I don't see him pulling a Ben Simmons where, let's keep it real, you quit on a team. I don't see that. So they have the leverage, and this isn't a situation because he's got so many years left on his deal, George, where he could be like, look, I want to go to the Lakers. And they got to trade him there. Because you got to, if you're going to play ball, it's going to be for us or wherever we trade you. So it is not necessarily, George, in his best interest to demand a trade because he could end up somewhere he really doesn't want to be. But you tell me, if he got traded, I'm going to put it this way, or if he wanted a trade, where would you like to see him go? I want him to stay in Brooklyn and get it done there with Kyrie and Simmons. But if he's traded, where would you like to see him go?
See that I would not mind him going to Miami.
That's not a bad one. I thought about that.
I would not mind seeing, and mind you, I am going to go with places that he would not, that I don't think that he would mind being. Okay, like I'm not going to be like,
that's fair.
I want to see him in Sacramento. What? Because that ain't gonna last long.
Right.
I would not mind seeing him.
But here's the thing: they could. I mean, honestly, they could trade him to Sacramento.
Listen, yes, but he ain't going.
No, I'm not saying it. I'm just saying that's why he has to be careful. Because Rob G, check. I don't believe he has he must not have a no trade clause, but check that out. Look and see if he has one. But that's because Sacramento got young guys, De'Aaron Fox and all that. So you got to be careful.
I would not mind, and I know that this is going to sound outrageous and out of the box. I would not mind seeing him in Memphis. I would not mind.
Okay, that's nice, but okay, he does have a no trade. He does not have a no trade clause. Okay, that's a cute idea, Memphis. You giving me Ja Morant? Cause sign me up, and then I can get rid of Kyrie. Go buy Kyrie. And if KD wants to go, give me Ja and we can talk. Give me Ja and Jaren Jackson. And y'all can have
whoa. I got to give you two players? No,
KD.
brother, because you get the future. No way. I'm not giving you two
there you
dudes
go, running off
at
the mouth. You shouldn't have thrown Memphis out there. I'm not giving him to you for chopped liver.
All right. Another place.
Moving on.
Place.
So you're not giving me Ja for him?
No. Nope.
Okay.
I will get
Memphis out.
Everything else is for sale.
I don't want everything.
Except everything else is for a sale. And another now there is no trade scenario that that works here that doesn't just destroy the entire team, but Boston. I think that the Boston Celtics fans would like embrace Kyrie. I'm sorry,
who
Kevin.
Wouldn't embrace KD?
No. They would.
Right.
Because they actually hate everybody except for their own players. And if you play well for them,
of course,
and if you can combine him,
George, who wouldn't want KD?
You asked where would I want him to go?
But I'm just saying, don't give me the logic of they would love KD. Of course they would.
Miami first. Miami first.
So hold on. But you throwing out unrealistic. You can't just throw out a team.
There is no comparable trade for Kevin Durant.
No.
Do you understand that?
Yeah, no, hold on.
There is no comparable trade.
No, there is. Stop it. If I'm the Nets and Kevin Durant comes to me, like let's say it just doesn't work out with Kyrie. He's gone. And Kevin Durant comes to me and says, look, I want to be traded. Oh, I mean, I hate to lose him, but that I got a lot to work with.
Correct.
And if I trade Kevin Durant, I'm
what
getting
is he
back
worth, though?
Boston, give me Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Yeah, I said it. I don't think they would, but then you don't get KD.
So the point is that for a player like Kevin Durant, LeBron in his prime, all of that stuff, those players have there is no fair trade back.
I get that, but if I got control, because a lot of times guys, if they demand trades, they got like a year left on the deal.
Yeah, and where they can just walk away.
I'm laughing. I'll say something, boy. I ain't even gonna bring it up, but I'll bring it up during the break. But all right, here we go. Gosh. All right, here we go. Look. No, George, that's not how the game is played. You've got to give me some trade scenarios. You can't just throw out the Lakers.
No.
The Clippers.
That's unreal.
Well, who you giving me back? Because if I'm the Nets, I'm like, look, I don't want to trade KD, but if I have to, I am getting a king's ransom. A king's ransom, unless KD wants to sit the rest of his career.
But you're not. That's the point. Is that because he's got so long left on his contract, it makes him pretty untradeable.
What? It does not make him untradeable
because he's got so much time left that
makes him more tradable.
No,
because
it doesn't.
The team
because
knows
anything
if we
that
get
makes
him, we got him for the next 4 years. What are you talking about?
Anything that you try to trade for him will absolutely, because he's got so much time left on his contract, will destroy the rest of your team. There is no
he's
place.
Kevin Durant. He is your team. Can somebody say Woodshed?
To Boston, hold on.
Brian Finley, can you say Woodshed?
If you send him to Boston for Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, you have destroyed your entire team. There is no point in trading for him at that point in time because you've lost anything that could possibly help him. Find me a trade, Chris, in the NBA that you could trade Kevin Durant for, and you're still going to have a good team back after you trade him. Find me one in the entire league.
Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton.
DeAndre Ayton's a free agent. He's walking out the door. So, sorry, wrong. No, try
well,
again.
They can't do. I don't know if they could do him in a sign and trade. I'm not sure how that will work. But you could theoretically, at unless there's some type of stipulation for that player. You're going to be left with
Kevin Durant and old.
So you
Chris
could do a
Paul.
sign and I'm sure they could do it. No, but I'm saying, don't tell me. You asked me a question.
I said,
hold on, no, let me finish.
Okay.
You asked me a question, and I just gave you an answer where I would have Chris Paul, Kevin Durant, Mikal Bridges, etc. They wouldn't be good? Yeah, they would be good. Denver.
They would be the
Jamal
Dallas
Murray.
Mavericks. They would be the Dallas Mavericks.
But the Dallas Mavericks are good. I'm not promising you a championship, but you said give me a good team. He's Kevin freaking Durant. I can't set it out on a silver platter for you,
if you trade for him, Chris. There is
Really,
not a
Phoenix?
there is not
You're
a
wrong.
team,
You're
and I
wrong.
still stand by that. There's not a team that you can trade him to. There's not a team that you can trade him to that
All right,
you have
here's another
anything
one.
championship
Here's another
caliber
one.
left.
Here's another one. CJ, and I'm not saying the Nets do, I'm just throwing out potentials to you since you want to play this game with me. CJ McCollum and Brandon Ingram.
That seems like enough, or do you have to give up first round picks too?
Give me a pick. Y'all got enough young players. Give me a pick, first round pick too.
And what are you left with on that team?
Zion Williamson.
Are you sure
and
you
Kevin
got Zion?
Durant.
Are you
Yeah.
sure he's played like
okay. Well, the
50-some
injuries
games
aside,
in 3 years?
Injury.
Well,
Okay,
80,
of course.
85 games in 3 years.
He's always an injury question, but I'm saying if he's there playing, they're nice. And hold on. Memphis. Now I know the salaries because these guys are young, but let's say theoretically, say they did give Jaren Jackson and Ja Morant. Memphis had a better record without Ja than they had with him. Now I'm not saying they're better without him, but they got a great coach. They got obviously, hold on, young players that can play. You drop Kevin Durant in there instead of Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson, and you gonna tell me they not good?
No, what you're gonna be left with Brandon Clark, Dylan Brooks, and Slow-Mo as your best players? Stop it.
Your best player is Kevin Durant.
You have now, you are, the whole point, Chris, is to try to build a championship caliber team.
You gotta
and the point is, if you trade for Kevin Durant under his current contract situation and not where he could just walk out the door the next year, so they have to be reasonable about a trade, you are not going to have a decent team left. And the Pelicans ain't no way. Hold on.
You like
and if you're trading the Pelicans,
hold on. You've been filibustering the mic. All right, listen. If they gave them Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson, they got Kevin Durant, Desmond Bane, Dylan Brooks, Brandon Clark. Don't tell me that's not a good team. I'm not guaranteeing a title, but they had a better record without Ja. So don't tell me when you drop Kevin Durant in there instead of Ja Morant, they're not going to be good?
They
crazy.
did have a better record. However, as we saw in the playoffs, all of that great play for 43 minutes, it'll be a 1-point game against a good team, and then the last 5 minutes of the game, they can't score because they don't have a closer.
Who couldn't? Memphis?
Yes, Memphis.
They had Ja.
But you just said that they had a better record.
Is Kevin Durant a closer?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
then they would have a closer.
Except for they would be without Jaren Jackson and Ja Morant. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about
that's not even a comparable trade either.
Hold on, you stop, please. Do you not understand that if Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson went to Brooklyn, Kevin Durant would go to the Nets or to the Grizzlies?
Yes.
He would be your closer.
And
here's another one. Here's another one. How about Anthony Davis? Here's another. How about Anthony Davis? Would the Lakers be any good if they traded Anthony Davis or Kevin Durant?
The Brooklyn Nets wouldn't do that.
No, you asked me for trades. And you made this asinine.
That's a trade the Lakers would do, but Brooklyn would not do. How many games are you going to get? How many games is Anthony Davis going to play next season? If you had to do an over under.
As a 2, as a 7, as a 9 statement that if you traded for Kevin Durant, you wouldn't be any good. I just off the top of my head gave you like 5 teams.
No,
don't let a brother study the situation.
What are you talking about? None of those teams.
We're at the woodshed.
All of those teams would be in the play-in tournament, Chris.
At the woodshed. I'll be back in a few minutes with my man George Wrighster for
All
Rob
teams
Parker.
to be in the play-in.
Keep it like a couple.